Hello students, welcome to the 10th session on chapter number 6 triangles. In this video we'll be doing question number 4 to question number 11 of exercise 6.5. So starting with question number 4, it is given that ABC is an isosceles triangle right angled at C, and we have to prove that AB square is equal to twice of AC square. So first of all we'll draw the figure. So this is the triangle. So triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle right angled at C. So this angle will be 90 degrees and these two vertices are A and B. So this angle C is 90 degrees. Okay, and this is an isosceles triangle, that means AC will be equal to BC. So it is given that triangle ABC, which is right angled at C, and side AC is equal to BC. This is given. And we need to prove that AB square will be equal to twice AC square. Now since triangle ABC is a right angle triangle, prove triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Therefore, since this is a right angle triangle, therefore by Pythagoras theorem you will get AC square plus BC square is equal to AB square. This is by Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Base square plus perpendicular square is equal to the hypotenuse square. Since angle C is 90 degrees, that means AB will be the hypotenuse of this triangle. Now we need to prove that AB square is twice of AC square. So in place of BC, since BC is equal to AC, in place of BC I can write AC. So this implies AC square plus, in place of BC I will write AC, as triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, because BC is equal to AC. This was given. Now AC square and AC square, this is twice of AC square, will be equal to AB square, and this was required, hence proved. Okay, moving on to the next question, question number 5. Now ABC is again an isosceles triangle with AC is equal to BC. So it is given that triangle ABC, this is given, in which AC is equal to BC, this is given. Also it is given that AB square is equal to twice AC square, and I need to prove that triangle ABC is a right triangle, or I can say right angled triangle. Okay, proof. Since we are given that AB square is equal to twice AC square, this is given. So this twice AC square, I can break this as AC square plus AC square. Also it is given that AC is equal to BC. So I'll replace one AC with BC. So I'll replace this AC by BC. This will be BC square plus AC square. So as you can observe, sum of the squares of two sides, here AC square and BC square, sum of these two is equal to square of the third side, AB square. Therefore, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. And what will be the right angle in this triangle? Since AB square is equal to BC square plus AC square, this will be the hypotenuse. That is, AB will be the hypotenuse, angle C which is opposite to the hypotenuse will be the right angle, because BC square plus AC square will be equal to AB square. So the angle opposite to the first side, that is AB, will be a right angle. So triangle ABC is a right angled triangle, right angled at C. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Question number 6. ABC is an equilateral triangle of side 2A. So it is given that triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle in which each side, since all the sides are equal, each side is equal to 2A units. This is given. Also, it is given that AD is the altitude. Altitude means perpendicular from the opposite vertex. So AD is altitude, and we need to find length of altitude AD. This we have to find. So first of all, this is given as 2A, this is also 2A, base BC, this is also 2A. So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll prove that triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC. So in triangle ADB and triangle ADC, although many of us know that in case of an equilateral triangle, the altitude of an equilateral triangle will bisect the base, that is BD will be equal to DC. So in triangle ADB and triangle ADC, angle ADB is equal to angle ADC, each 90 degrees. AB is equal to AC because sides of equilateral triangle, all of them are equal to 2A. So AB will be equal to AC, and this side AD is common. AD is equal to AD, this is common. Therefore, by RHS congruency, this is right angle, this is hypotenuse, and this is side. Therefore, by RHS congruency, triangle ADB will be congruent to triangle ADC. Now ADB is congruent to triangle ADC. Therefore, I can say BD is equal to CD. So this side BD will be equal to CD by CPCT. Since two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts will be equal. So BD will be equal to CD, which means BD will be equal to CD will be equal to half of BC. Since both of them are equal, BD is equal to CD, so each of them will be equal to half of BC, which can be written as half of 2A, which is equal to A units. So each of these sides will be equal to A units. Now I have to find the length of AD. So in right triangle ADC or ADB, whichever triangle I can use. So in a right triangle ADB, AD square plus BD square is equal to AB square by Pythagoras theorem. Value of AD, this we have to find, plus BD is A, so this will be A square, and value of AB, this is 2A whole square. So AD square plus A square is equal to 4A square. That means I can write AD square is equal to, this A square will move to the right hand side, and this will become 3A square. So the value of AD will be root 3A. Hence proved. Sorry, this was supposed to be find. So value of AD will be root 3A, because we have to find the value of AD. So this is the answer. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Question number 7. Prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of a rhombus is equal to sum of the squares of the diagonals. So it is given that this figure ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. And the diagonals suppose intersect each other at point O. What we need to prove is the sum of the square of the sides, that is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square. Sum of the squares of all the four sides is equal to sum of the squares of the diagonals, that is AC square plus BD square. This we have to prove. So it is given that ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. Also, the diagonals AC and BD intersect each other at O, and we need to prove that AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to AC square plus BD square. Sum of the squares of the sides is equal to sum of the squares of the diagonals. This we have to prove. Okay. We know that diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other and also they bisect each other. Since diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at right angles, therefore AC will be perpendicular to BD. This will be 90 degrees. And AO will be equal to CO will be equal to half of AC because both the diagonals bisect each other. And BO will be equal to DO will be equal to half of BD. This is the property of rhombus. Both the diagonals are perpendicular and both the diagonals bisect each other. So we'll consider only one right triangle. Let us consider triangle AOB. In triangle AOB, AO square plus BO square is equal to AB square by Pythagoras theorem. So AO, in place of AO, I can write half of AC. So this will be half of AC. This is half of AC. Plus BO, this is half of BD is equal to AB square. So AC square by 4 plus BD square by 4 is equal to AB square. So what I have done is squared the numerator and the denominator. So it will be AC square upon 4 plus BD square upon 4. So now if I take the LCM, so I'll get AC square plus BD square by 4 is equal to AB square. That is AC square plus BD square is equal to 4 times AB square. Now in place of 4AB square, I can write AB square plus AB square plus AB square plus AB square. So this AB, in place of this AB, I can write BC because all the four sides are equal. Since this is a rhombus, that means AB, BC, CD, DA, all the four sides are equal. Therefore, in place of this AB, I can write BC. In place of this AB, I can write CD. And in place of this AB, I can write DA. Because this is what was required. So that means AC square plus BD square will be equal to AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square. Or I can say the sum of the squares of the diagonals is equal to sum of the squares of the sides. Hence proved. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Question number 8. In figure 6.54, O is a point in the interior of triangle ABC. OD is perpendicular to BC. OE is perpendicular to AC. And OF is perpendicular to AB. And we need to prove that OA square plus OB square plus OC square is equal to, minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square will be equal to AF square BD square plus CE square. Okay. So this is given that triangle ABC, O is any point in its interior. OD is perpendicular to BC. OE is perpendicular to AC. OF is perpendicular to AB. This is given. And we need to prove that first part, OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square is equal to AF square plus BD square plus CE square. And the second part is AF square plus BD square plus CE square is equal to AE square plus CD square plus BF square. This we have to prove. So first of all, we'll do the construction. We'll join OA, OB and OC. Join OA, OB, OC. So the figure will look something like this. We have joined OA, OB and OC. Proof. So first of all, we need AF square. So we'll consider the triangle AFO, because only in this triangle we can get the value of AF. So in triangle AFO, so if we apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, we'll get AF square plus OF square is equal to OA square. This is by Pythagoras theorem. Now we need to find the value of BD square. So we'll get the value of BD in this triangle. So in triangle BDO, BD square plus OD square is equal to OB square. And in triangle CEO, in triangle CEO, CE square plus OE square will be equal to OC square. And the reason will be by Pythagoras theorem. So what we'll do is we'll add all these equations. First equation, second equation, third equation. We'll add these three equations. So adding equation number 1, 2 and 3. So we'll get AF square plus BD square plus CE square. This OF square, OD square and OA square, this will move to the right hand side. And what we'll get? OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus this OD square. When this will move to the right hand side, it will become minus OD square. This OE square will become minus OE square, and OF square, this will go to the right hand side and it will become minus OF square. And this is the first part which was to be proved. Okay. Now for the second part. We have to find the value of AE square, CD square and BF square. In the similar way, we'll find the value of AE square, CD square and BF square. So for AE, we'll consider this triangle, in triangle AEO. So in triangle AEO, AE square plus OE square, AE square plus OE square will be equal to OA square. This is equation number 4. In triangle BFO, because we need to find the value of BF. So in triangle BFO, we will get BF square plus OF square. In triangle BFO, BF square plus OF square is equal to OB square. This is equation number 5. And in triangle ODC, in triangle ODC, CD square plus OD square will be equal to OC square. Equation number 6 by Pythagoras theorem. Again, we'll add the 3 equations, adding equation 4, 5 and 6. So we'll get AE square plus BF square plus CD square will be equal to this OD square, OF square, OE square. This will move to the right hand side and we'll get OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square. Since from equation number 1 and this equation, from equation number 1, OA square, OB square, OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square, this was equal to AF square plus BD square plus CE square. So in place of this right hand side, I can write AF, BD and CE. AF square, BD square and CE square. This is by equation number 1. And this is our second part. Okay. Hence proved. Moving on to question number 9. A ladder 10 meter long reaches a window 8 meter above the ground. So this is the ladder which is 10 meter long, reaches a window. This will be the window. Suppose this is triangle ABC and this point A is the window. This window is 8 meter above the ground. So that means this length AB is 8 meter. And we have to find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. Foot of the ladder means point C and we have to find the distance BC. Since this is a right angle triangle, we need to find BC. So in triangle ABC, AB square plus BC square will be equal to AC square by Pythagoras theorem. AB square, AB is 8, 8 square, BC square is equal to AC, AC is 10 square. So 8 square is 64 plus BC square is equal to 100. So this implies BC square will be equal to 36. So value of BC will be 6 meter. Therefore, distance of foot of the ladder from base of the wall is equal to 6 meter. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Question number 10. A guy wire attached to a vertical pole of height 18 meter. So this is a pole and the height is 18 meter. So first of all, we'll label this triangle ABC. This is a pole of height 18 meter. And a guy wire is attached which is 24 meter long. This wire is attached to the top of the pole and has a stake attached to the other end. How far from the base of the pole should the stake be driven so that the wire will be taut? So we have to drive the stake in the ground so that this wire, which is of 24 meters, should be tight. And we need to find the length of BC. and this is a wire. So we need to find BC in triangle ABC. AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square by Pythagoras theorem. AB, this is 18 square plus BC square is equal to AC. AC is 24. So BC square will be 24 square minus 18 square. So from this, I can take out 6 square as common. So you will be left with 4 square, because 6 4s are 24, minus 3 square. This implies BC square will be 6 square, 36 multiplied by 4 square, 16. 16 minus 9, which is 7. So BC will be under root of 36 into 7. So 36, this can be taken out of the root. So this will be 6 root 7 meter. Therefore, the distance where this stake should be driven will be 6 root 7 meter from the base of the pole. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Question number 11. An aeroplane leaves an airport and flies due north at a speed of 1000 km per hour. So this is the direction: north, south, west and east. So one aeroplane is moving 1000 km per hour and it is flying due north. So one aeroplane is moving with a speed of 1000 km per hour and it is flying due north. At the same time, another plane leaves the same airport and flies due west. So another plane is flying due west at a speed of 1200 km per hour. The speed is 1200 km per hour. How far apart will be the two planes after 1.5 hours? So 1.5 hours may, when this plane will travel certain distance and this plane will also travel some certain distance, so we'll have to find this distance after 1.5 hour, the distance between the two planes. This we have to find. So for the plane flying north, so for the plane which is flying due north, the speed is 1000 km per hour and the time is 1.5 hours, or I can say 3/2 hours. So the distance covered by this plane, distance is speed into time. Therefore, this distance will be 1000 multiplied by 3/2. 2 and 1000, this will get cancelled out. So this will be 1500 kilometer. So that means the plane which is flying due north would have covered 1500 kilometers. And for the plane which is flying due west, for the plane flying due west, the speed is 1200 km per hour and the time is 1.5 hours, or I can say this is 3/2 hours. So the distance will be speed into time, which is 1200 into 3/2, which is 600 into 3, or I can say 1800 kilometer. So this plane which is flying due west would have covered 1800 kilometer, and we have to find the distance WN. This we have to find. This is perpendicular. So now in triangle WON, which is right angle triangle, ON square plus OW square. ON square plus OW square will be equal to NW square. This is by Pythagoras theorem. So ON, this is 1500 and OW is 1800. So 1500 square plus 1800 square will be equal to NW square. So simply we have substituted the value of ON and OW. So I can take out 300 square as common from both these values. So you will be left with 5 square plus 6 square, because 3 into 5 is 1500. Since we have taken out 300 square as common, so you will be left with 5 square, and here you will be left with 6 square. This is NW square. So 300 square multiplied by 5 square is 25 plus 6 square is 36 is NW square. So the value of NW will be under root of 300 square multiplied by 25 and 36. This is 5 and 6, 11, 1 carry, 61. So this will be 300 under root of 61 kilometer. So that means the distance between the two planes after 1.5 hours will be 300 under root 61 kilometer. Okay. So with this we have completed today's session. We'll continue from next question in the next video. Thank you so much.